Hello, friends. I absolutely hate technology. StreamYard took too long to let me in. Hi. Welcome to the Saturday streams. Hello. Happy Pride, everybody. Happy June. Happy Pride. How's everybody doing today? I'm going to grab my D20s. Also, I realized that I'm missing a D20 the other day. I don't know what I did with it. So we're going to... Not in there. What did I do with my giant D20? I'm so confused. Hello, everybody. Okay, so she's not in there. I'm just gonna just stop. And she's not in there. Oh no. What did I do with my giant D20? Ah, it's fine. We're fine. We're good. It's whatever. I have another giant D20. But like, this set is missing. Anyways, I need to pick. That's a beautiful D6. I never noticed that before. I have too many dice. That's the real answer to this. That's the real answer. Hello, everybody. What is everybody currently working on this lovely Pride Month? What are you guys going to be working on during this stream? Let me know. I am currently working on Project Second Story. If you guys have seen my TikTok or if you follow me on Instagram, you will know that I'm currently in the middle of a challenge of sorts where I'm trying to write a 70,000 word novel in the month of June, which is quite fun. We're going to use Ari's dice today because Ari is my main character of Project Second Story. We love to see it. Also, are you guys doing anything for Pride? That's also a good question to ask. I apologize also if you can hear anything absolutely noisy. I currently have my air on, my fan going, and my dishwasher is currently running. So if you hear anything in the background of this live stream, that's what that is. One of those three things. Okay. We're set. We're ready. Hello, Carly. Hello, Megan. Welcome to the stream. Megan is currently working on book 2 of her paranormal series. Incredible. Chapter 4. We love to see it. Carly is drafting. Carly's also trying to write a book in June. Heck yeah. We love to see it. June is the month of goals, I guess. It's very exciting. It's like kind of halfway through the year where, collectively like maybe we should try a little harder now that it's summer-ish. I say that because it's not really like hot here yet, which I don't mind. I don't mind because I don't like the heat, but because I'm a weenie, I also burn very easy, but like heat bothers me. I like warmth, but not like plus 30. You should clarify. 30 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that would be in Fahrenheit. But yes, awesome. Well, that's very exciting that you guys are also working on other things. I'm going to see if this... I'm on a different browser right now. And Google has a timer built in, and this is not Google. What is this? Microsoft Edge. Oh God, what? I hate these like make sure you're not human. Make sure you are human things. Okay, that's a very wow, okay, that's a very ugly looking timer. I don't like that timer. Oh, terrible. You know what? We're just going to use Google for a timer because ugly timers. Okay. Got that going. Cool. All right. I'm here. I'm focused, sort of. Yeah, summer's nice because it's like, I don't know, like inherently ingrained in my brain that summer is a break, even though I work a full-time job, so it's not. But it is a break from piano, mostly my teaching job, because we run usually during the school year for the kids. But there's also summer teaching, which is only like a day a week for me. So I'm not too worried about that. But finish book 1 and resend it off some beta readers. That's really exciting. This is right. You're working on book 2, draft 1. So book 1, you're planning on using. Very cool. Very cool, Megan. I love it. My brain took a second to wrap around that, but I love it. Okay, good. We got all my banners there. Nice. Okay. Anyways, let's start with a sprint. Let's roll a d20 and let's see how many minutes. A 16-minute sprint. How are we for that? Does that sound like a plan? 16-minute warm-up sprint? I think that works for me. Share screen. Okay. Nice. All right, still works. Perfect. Make this full screen. Amazing. Look at us go. All right, my friends, are we ready to get this first sprint underway? I need to actually start focusing on stuff. I was reading a few minutes ago, so my brain is still locked in words right now. But all right, my friends, let's start this first sprint off strong, shall we? Let's go for it in 3, 2, 1, sprint. All right, my lovely friends. How did we do that lovely sprint? How are we feeling? How are we doing? I ended up getting a snack halfway through, but I am sitting at 389 words for today. Oh, goodness me. Oh, hello, Nina. Welcome to the stream. Oh my gosh, I love your photo. Sometimes I have the hardest time seeing what your thumbnails are on the side, but when they blow up on my screen, that's a beautiful photo of you. I think it's of you. I assume. It's beautiful. Very nice. I can't even type sprint. You know what? That's okay. I didn't even notice your typo. And I'm an editor, so like, it's the weekend. Nobody minds. Nobody cares anymore. How are we all doing? Nina, since you're fresh into the stream, what are you going to be working on today? Let me know. I'd love to know. Megan got 174 words. I love it. Carly got 100 words. You guys, we're diving into our work. I love to see it. Love to see it. I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but I'm currently sharing like my progress doing this stupid 70,000 word book challenge. I call it stupid. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it because it's getting me back into the writing mood, writing every day. And making sure that I'm writing like a lot every day because it's like 2,300 words a day to make the 70K mark by the end of June. But I'm really enjoying it. But during my little like entry thing and like update thing that I keep doing on TikTok, I always like share a slice of my writing that I really like. So out of those words that you just wrote, do you have a favorite sentence you want to share? Or whatever the last sentence was as well. That would work too, because I would love to know. Oh, I love it. I love it. You look so happy in the photo, which is, I think that's what like caught my eye. Oh, so good. Probably working on something. Ooh, exhausted your creativity. Well, if you know that you have, definitely take that break. I find taking breaks is good. I think I've reached my moment with my project that I've been working on for the past couple months, Project Dragon. I've reached that point as well, which is why my brain has latched on to Project Second Story, which is what I'm writing right now, which is what I'm currently working on. It's very exciting. I realize that I need to actually flesh out the characters around this town as well. So I think I might do that today and like make a master list of who's there and like what their occupation is, a little bit like a slice of their background kind of a thing. I think I need to do that today as well. But yes, side projects, always fun. Planning. I love me some planning. I'm also planning a D&D campaign for my friends that I'm starting this month in 20 days. Oh my God. And I just got down a rabbit hole one night where I was just like planning. And I was reading a D&D like book, it's the Salt Marsh campaign guide. And I was reading some of the projects and just being like, oh, I want to do this, but I want to tweak it this way, and like making encounters in my head. And it's so much fun. Like the planning aspect of stories has like got me in a death grip right now. So I love it. I love it. But I hope you do find something to work on today, Nina. That'll be lovely. That'll be lovely and awesome. But yes, I will share a sentence from what I just wrote. That I particularly enjoy, and I would like you guys to do that too if you so desire. Share either a favorite sentence that you just wrote or whatever the last sentence you had written is. English. Was that English? Yes. Hello, Phoebe. Welcome to the stream. What are you going to be reading today, Phoebe? I'm very intrigued. Are you going to continue your journey through Lord of the Rings today, or you got something else going on? Okay, let me see. I guess I'll just share this part. So, context, my two main characters, Finn and Ari, have just seen the bookstore that is going to be like their life in this book, because it's a cozy fantasy book and they're buying a bookstore and like, you know, renovating and saving the books. But they've just seen it with its previous owner and it's like, you know, run down and whatever. But obviously Ari bought some books because he loves books. And so Ari was like, you know, just like they went down the road and he was leafing through the books and now they're sitting at a little cafe thing. And this is what Finn says. So he says, "You'll have to excuse my love," said Finn to the waitress, who eyed Ari interestedly. Ari was currently nose deep in his book, not reading though it looked like it. Finn had begun to know how Arlias treated a new book when he got one. First, he always thumbed through it tenderly, looking at the pages fly by, probably feeling them under his thumb for quality or something. Then he would slowly flip through, eyeing each page for marks or imprints left from previous owners. He has a love affair with books that I cannot simply deny him the pleasures of reading at lunch with me. I love these two nerds. This book is going to be so cheesy, and I'm so ready for it. So ready for it. Yes, I would love if you guys wanted to share anything that you've written. It's one of my favorite things to do at the end of the writing sessions that I have, to like look back through and see if I have like a bit or a sentence or an image that I really, really like. One of my previous ones that I really liked was when the two of them are like coming into the seaside town from that I wrote yesterday. It is Finian breathed in the sea air. Nope. Inflection matters. Finian breathed in the sea air as they drew nearer to the shores of Aramount, the sun glittering off the nearby ocean like a beautiful sea of gold. The seaside town looked like a jewel nestled along the beach, the winding streets curving here and there, more welcoming than any sight he could have possibly imagined. There was even a little lighthouse whose top windows shone blindingly in the sun, drawing him to its shores. So I like, you know, going back through my writing and finding something that I'm proud of. It's an interesting way to kind of defeat that, you know, first draft, like, oh, it's all garbage, it's like a trash draft. No, like there's some gold in here that I really do enjoy, whether or not the sentences will be edited in the end, but I like it. Carly's last line: "The desk was covered in empty sandwich wrappers, markers, and notes on how long it would take for someone to bleed out." Ooh! I keep forgetting that you're writing like a super spicy, murdery novel. I love it, Carly. I love it. Oh, that's so good. I like the tactility of it, like empty sandwich wrappers, markers, and like notes just scattered around the desk. I love it. I love the tactility of that sentence. Amazing. Yes, amazing, Phoebe. I love it. How are you enjoying Lord of the Rings? How far are you? What part are you at now? Because I know last time we talked, you had just met Strider. So I love it. I love like reading Lord of the Rings or experiencing the story the first time through you vicariously. It's very fun. Ooh. Octavia had pulled her away from the window, or she might have leapt out in desperation and even whoop, we're not going to pronounce that name, and even Ciam rushed in as she crumpled to the wood floor and all her body went numb. Woohoo! I love it. I love it. Is it, how do you say that name? I want to say Sion, but usually names like that are like, you know, Irish and they look like something that they're not. Like the name Saoirse looks like Siorse, but it's Saoirse. How do you pronounce that name? I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google it. How do you pronounce that name? Let's find out. How do you pronounce Cian? Oh, it's Kian. That would make a lot of sense. Kian or Keen. Very fun. I love it. Thank you guys for sharing your lines with me. That's very fun. Oh, all right. My mouse malfunctioned for a second. Very good. Very, very good. All right. Well, shall I roll for another sprint? I'm at book 2 of Fellowship of the Ring. Woo! That's a spicy part. Why I picked this one, I don't know. I can't leaf through that one fast. Book 2, c'est une spicy part. Oh, I love that moment at the end of book 1, where that's the moment where he's being carried off by What's her name? Yes? Question mark? Glorfindel? I don't. Anyways, but like at the end of it, it's with his last failing senses, Frodo heard cries, and it seemed to him that he saw beyond the riders that hesitated on the shore a shining figure of white light, and behind it ran small shadowy forms waving flames that flared red in the gray mist that was falling over the world. Good old Gandalf. Good old Gandalf coming back to save the day. Gandalf always comes back to save the day. Thundering and raining. Ooh, we love thunderstorms. It's so atmospheric and lovely. I love thunderstorms. Incredible. Anyways, I'm going to roll for our next sprint. Okie dokie. So we can either do math is not my strong suit. We can either do 26 minutes or 30 minutes. 26 or 30 minutes. Not incredibly different, but it's up to you guys. Vote in the comments. 26 minutes or 30 minutes for our next sprint. Also, thundering and raining is the perfect atmosphere for writing, in my opinion. And reading. I took a mental health day. There it is. At the beginning of May. I need like a mental health month at this point. I'm so burnt out. Hello. But I took a mental health day at the beginning of May, and it was a perfectly rainy day. It was just so good. It was so good. And I was like, oh, this is exactly what I needed. I just sat on my couch and read all day. It was so nice. Anyways. Phoebe votes for 30. Carly votes for 30 twice. Are we gonna go with 30? I think 30 is good. It's only 4 more minutes more than 26. We went out on the balcony. Woo! I love it, Nina. I wish all of those beautiful, awesome, atmospheric, thundery lightning strikes to help you with your writing today. It's going to be good. Let's go with 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Let me share this. Boop. My coffee's actually hitting me today. It has not hit me all week, but oh, hello, Jenna. Welcome to the stream. Hello, fellow Jenna. Oh my goodness. Thank you for telling people to hit the like button. Thank you. Makes me happy. I do hope you join us at some point. Thank you. Anyways, all right, 30 minutes for our second sprint. Let me put the little ticker up on the bottom. And without further ado, my friends, good luck. I will see you in 30 minutes. In 3, 2, 1, sprint. I took a bite of my watermelon at the wrong moment. Hi, hello, friends. How did we do? How are we feeling at the end of that sprint? Hello. I'm glad the atmosphere has given you more creativity, Nina. I hope it went well, that sprint for you. And Jenna went off to go to a grocery store. Amazing. Oh, but how did we do? How are we feeling at the end of that second sprint of the day? I am currently sitting at 1,224 words for the day. So I added about 900 words that sprint. I can't really remember how many words I got the previous one. But we're loving it. We're loving it. Woo! That's very exciting. What is your middle grade about, Nina? I love middle grades. I currently have a middle grade on query right now. It's them query trenches be brutal out there, but you know, I have hope. And I'm manifesting an agent, so it's good. But I love middle grades. What's your middle grade about? Hello, Amy. Welcome to the stream. Very nice. Woo, you're zooming through your edits. My goodness. That's awesome. That's really good. Chapter 11 of 19. Woo. Yes. I just noticed I hit the 10,000 word mark. Oh my God. I totally missed it. But I'm now sitting at 10,000 words. 10,060 words. Oh, that's so exciting. It's literally 4 days into this project and I've written 10,000 words. Wow. You know, there's something to say about really, really, really loving a project so much that it's just fueling you to keep going. So good. Carly got another 100. Nice to cooking a little bit. Ooh, what you cooking tonight, Carly? That's awesome. Never great about a girl who magically gets to a strange world where she has to fly some things before she can go back home. Ooh. Or DIY some things, I assume. I realize that's an I, not an L. DIY some things before she can go home. That's really cool. My middle grade is about Abby Carter, who moves to a new town and ends up, she's 12 years old. She meets the neighbor boy, and she's been, suffering from these awful nightmares. They're set in the same forest every night, and they're like really spooky and creepy and awful and all this kind of stuff. And she moves to this new town, and she finds out that the forest nearby is the forest from her nightmares, and there's something hidden between those trees that is giving her those nightmares. Spicy. Rachel added 404 words to her article. I love it. Heck yeah, I believe in you. Your journey to accept yourself. Meeting new friends. That's so sweet. Everybody's on fire today. Everybody's on fire. I love it. I love it so much. Also, Phoebe, to your previous comment. Yes, I also love how Frodo, his first concern is, Sam. His sweet boy, Sam. God, Samwise is the love of my life. I love him so much. Thank you, Nina. I really appreciate it. Oh my God. Thank you. I hope to have it out in people's hands at some point. That would be so nice if I could. I think the plan is if I don't manage to get an agent with this project, because I do eventually want an agent. But the thing is, I want one who will also take on high fantasy and adult works as alongside my middle grade, because I want to, write in all the things. The plan is to see if I can maybe submit it to an indie publisher and go indie with it. But at some point, I will have it into the hands of readers in some way, shape, or form. Making burritos. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. I don't think I've ever eaten a burrito, though. I don't think I've ever eaten a burrito in my life, which is such a weird thing to say because I know it's such a staple in most people's lives. Just having a burrito, like breakfast burritos. I don't think I've ever had one. I've never had one. Hello, Morgan. Welcome to the stream. Dreading the career trenches. Yeah. It's one of those things that I'm like, at this point, I am going for any agent that will take middle grade, because there's a lot of them out there that don't, which I find really surprising, but I guess people are, specialized in what they specialize in. And also like anyone who seems to like the themes that I've got presented in my work. And at this point, if I get when I can hear my therapist screaming at me, when manifestation, when I get an agent or when I get an offer for agency and you like have a chat with the agent for the first time, that is one of the first things that I'll bring up. And I'll be like, how do you feel about representing me in other age ranges, in other, not really other genres, because fantasy is my bitch and I love her. So it'll always be fantasy. But I know a lot of people don't, like if they like fantasies, they usually like grounded in urban fantasy, which is what my middle grade is. But I have high fantasy like in my pocket. So I'm like, you got to be able to take high fantasy too for me to say yes. But we got to get to the yes first. We got to get to their yes first, or their request for more material. I keep waiting for that email. I only have 4 queries out currently, though. I was looking at it the other day, and I only have 4 out at this point. I got to go, and I got to send another batch. And I actually have to write a friggin' synopsis for that story, because I have, as so far, only been querying agents who don't need synopses, because the idea of writing a synopsis sounds like hell. One day, though. One day. Yeah, which is so weird to me because fantasy sells so well. I maybe that's just in my head. Like right now, a lot of the trends I'm seeing are agents wanting like book club picks, and I'm like, why is that a thing? Like book club books are usually like the ones that are marketed as book club books usually don't hit. They just, they're like it's like the new way of marketing women's fiction, which is the stupidest category in my opinion. It's women's fiction. No, it's fiction for anybody. You just have to like the story. But oh god, synopses. Look at this. Yeah. I mean, it's the idea of shrinking what you've written. I mean, my middle grade is like 74,000 words. So, which I know is a long middle grade, but like, it's fine. It's the idea of shrinking that amount of words into like 2 pages. How do you do that without just listing what happens and making it the most boring piece of, like, how do you make it interesting is my issue. I don't even want to try. I will try eventually, because I in my head, I know my story is good, and like the query letter and the like however many pages the sample pages are, like, aren't enough to like be like, look, my story is very good. You just have to read it all to get everything, right? Which is, not this world that we're in. I know my story's good. It's just the idea of having to shrink it into a 1-page or 2-page synopsis drives me bananas. Yes. I don't know why that's like the hardest thing for us to do as writers is the synopsis. Like writing the query letter was difficult. I've got like 4, 5, 6 different iterations of my query letter, and I like my query letter where it is now, but like, whew, the idea of boiling everything down into a hook, she'd be hard. She'd be very hard. Anyways, shall we prepare for a third sprint? I'm going to roll the dice, and we're going to see what we get. Ooh. Oh. All right. So we can either do a, what is that, 26-minute sprint or 30-minute sprint again. What would you guys like to do, 26 minutes or 30 minutes? I rolled a 5, a 4. No, I rolled a 15, a 4, and like a 12 or something. I moved the dice, but yeah, D20s are not rolling well today. 26 minutes or 30 minutes, up to you guys. Vote in the chat. We'll line it up for our third sprint. 26 votes. What? Phoebe votes for 26. Rachel votes for 30. What else do you guys want? I'm going to set up my share screen. Nina votes for 26. We got 2 votes for 26, 1 vote for 30. What do the rest of you have to say? How long do you want the sprint to go for? Whoop. Got another vote for 26. Looks like it's going to be 26 minutes. Unless I get an army of you wanting 30. Oh, we got another vote for 26. Okay. That's 26 minutes it is. All right, my lovely friends. Let's do her. In 3, 2, 1, sprint. All right. Stop making that noise. How are we feeling at the end of that sprint, my lovely friends? How are we doing? I am now sitting at, 1,925 words for today. I am so close to hitting my word count for the day, which is so exciting. My word count for the day, Scrivener tells me, is 2,265 words. But the general word count that I've set out for myself every day to make that 70,000 word mark in 30 days. If you're just joining and don't know what I'm talking about, I'm doing a challenge. I try to write a whole book in the month of June. Kind of like NaNoWriMo, but more extreme. 70,000 words instead of 50. The word count that I do every day is 2,333. I do believe the number came out too. So I've been writing more than that every day. I think I wrote like 3,000 words the first day, 2,400 the next day, and then yesterday I wrote 3,300. So we'll see how many more I get done in the next sprint. But which will be the last sprint of the day, by the way. We'll do one more sprint of the day. But yes, how are we all doing? How are we all feeling? If anyone wants to share their last line that they wrote or a favorite line from their writing today, please feel free. My bangs are driving me bananas today. I don't know what to do with them. They won't curl. And they just do that, which leaves it like sticking out stupidly. I don't know what to do with them. I might have to go reset them later. The most annoying. Also, this is a mirrored screen, so it's harder to tell. But the rudest of bangs today. Nobody knows. They don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. It's fine. Awful. It's just this one. It's just this one. This one right here. What is it doing? Do I just tuck it away? It's fine. It's fine. I don't really know if I have a sentence that I like from this past writing session. I was mostly writing dialogue between my characters and some townsfolk that they're meeting for the first time, which is lovely. We have we got an old tiefling who runs the lighthouse down the way. He's like a deep, deep, deep blue. His name is Sherval. And we have our waitress, who is the cafe owner. She is a beautiful little druid half-elf. And her name is May, which is very exciting. It's always nice. It's always nice. It's always nice to have a little bit of townsfolk actually talking, which is exciting. I don't know what I will share with you. Oh, okay. This is a little bit of a musing from Ari, my main character, about him and his love, Finian. He like muses a little bit about like life that would be slower because he's living a life of adventuring, right? And he sees this waitress who is a living a life where she's settled and she's just kind of moseying around and she's living the slower life. And he's like, oh yeah, that's like, I can see myself, like, this is something that I've been wanting. So he says in his head, Jenna, I can't talk today. He had for the past few months come to realize how much he longed for a place to settle into. Something he could call his own. Even though he loved adventuring with Finn, it was his favorite thing to do, besides read, he thought to himself. It was becoming increasingly clear to him that it wasn't the adventuring part of his life that he loved. It was being around Finn. Finn oozed life and happiness everywhere he went. He hardly expected anything of you, just that you are honest with him, and in Ari's case, love him unconditionally. He was everything opposite to the life that Ari had grown up knowing. He was kind, gentle, and never berated you for making a mistake. He might tease and joke, but there was always good humor at the base of it all. They went together well, much like coffee and sugar. Where Finn dreamed, Ari kept him pinned down to the earth and gave him realistic paths to get to those dreams. And Finn helped Ari dream. So, that's my boys. That's my boys. Phoebe's at the big celebration at Rivendell. Ooh, you're going to get to the Council of Elrond. I love it. Or have you already gotten to the Council of Elrond? Because that's exciting. That's like the forming of the fellowship. Very good, very good. Carly did some dishes and started cooking during the sprint. Yes, it is the Legends and Lattes inspired book. Yes, it is. I'm so excited about it. And it's one of those things that like cozy fantasy is in such a boom right now that I'm like, I need to get this written and ready and down before this like trend dies. Because I want to benefit from the trend. But I know I probably won't benefit entirely from it because, you know, I won't have it out in the next few months, right? Like it's going to need work before it can go out. His hair. I don't know what to do with it. Whatever. You probably wouldn't want to see a line from the raised garden beds. You know, Rachel, that sounds lovely though. It kind of sounds like it goes with what I'm doing because they're kind of sitting in a beautiful cafe, and the cafe's run by a druid who has like plants friggin' everywhere. So she would love it. She would love it. May would love reading an article like that. I won't get to the novel till after this. Ooh. Why, thank you, Rachel. I appreciate it. Maybe not yet. Council of Elrond. It's a good time. I like that chapter. I think that's what the chapter is called. Many meetings. Yeah. The next one. Chapter 2 of your book. Of the current book you're in. The Council of Elrond. It's coming up. It's very fun. It's very spicy. And you also, have you figured out who Strider is? Yes. In my head, May has some beds like, here's a hair. Has some like flower beds in the back of her shop where she like, you know, grows her teas and stuff. Like she's got a big greenhouse of just like plants that she takes care of. That's my head canon of her. I also like this series, I think is the way I'm going to say it, is going to be like each standalone novel is going to be something tied together. Like it's going to be all people who live on Federally Place, which is the road that they live in. Yeah, my hair is just getting worse and worse as I keep playing with it. Ay. Terrible. Awful. Nobody perceived me today. Nobody perceived me. It's fine. But they're going to be each standalone novels as you go through. So it's going to be like Ari and Finn's story, which is them like coming to Federally Place in Arrowmount, like the town, and meeting all these people. And then the next book is going to be somebody else from around there. I love cozy fantasy. Yes. Oh my gosh. I want my copy back. My friend like isn't reading it, and I want my copy back. And I'm just like, read it and then give it back to me. Read it and then give it back to me. She doesn't like fantasy that much though, so it's probably that reason why she's just not picking it up. I made her take it when she was over once. I was like, read this. You're gonna love it. She's like, but it's fantasy. I'm like, that's the best part of it. Oh, that's so lovely. Treehouse Tea House? Can I steal that idea for this book? A treehouse tea house? Can I? Oh my god. It's patented cozy though. It makes sense you would write a series connected. Yeah. It's like, I don't know, there's something cozy about it. And I have a character in this named Sage, who is funnily enough another D&D character that I made. Ari is a D&D character that I made, and Sage is as well. I'm just making everybody live in this world that I haven't been able to play. Ari I have played, but I want to give him, heck yeah, taking it. A tea house, treehouse. I need to write that down. Tea house, treehouse. A treehouse, tea house? A treehouse, tea house. Yeah, good, awesome. Goodness me. But yes, it's it's one of those things that what was I saying before? Sage. She is a lovely little tiefling, and she works at the bookstore that the two boys end up, running. And she is going to get her own like branch of books, because with hers, I want her to be like I want her series to be a little bit more adventurous, because everything that she, like literally like her entire being wants to be on an adventure. So she is going to be introduced in this, and then she's going to get her own like spin-off series. I think it's going to be like 2 or 3 books, just her. Maybe 1 book. I don't know. I'll have to actually like plot it out, but it's going to be her series, and it's going to be her like adventuring with her party and then falling in love with one of the people in the party. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I have so many ideas with this cozy series. So many. Yes. Aragorn. Aragorn, our boy. Oh, Aragorn's the one. Aragorn is wonderful. Aragorn is the man. Anyways, let's do our last sprint, shall we? Let's dive in. Let me roll my d20s. And we'll see how long we sprint for. Okay. Either 23 minutes or 28 minutes. How many minutes would you guys like to sprint for? 23 or 28? You guys tell me. 23 or 28. He's not so emo anymore. Yeah. Aragorn is just emo though. He just is. Poor little boy. He's very sad all the time. Sad. Love him though. Phoebe votes for 23. What about the rest of you? 23 minutes or 28 minutes? I'm going to get this window queued up. And the last sprint ticker. I'm hoping to hit my word count once we, during this stream. We got 1 vote for 23 minutes. What about the rest of you? How many minutes do you want to sprint for? 23 minutes or 28 minutes? Vote in the chat. What is this? Oh. Ooh. We'll do that one. Oh, we got another vote for 23. All right. 1 more will seal the deal. Or are we just going to do 23? We'll just do 23. That works. Anyways, friends, let's do it. Our last sprint of the day. Let's get some good words in. I'll see you in 23 minutes. Sprint. that brings us to the end of that and the end of our stream. How are we feeling at the end of today? I managed to hit that word count and more. I'm sitting at 2,825 words for today. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? This was so productive. I love my Saturday streams. I love them so much. You guys are the best. Welcome back, Jenna, by the way. I'm glad you were able to catch the last stream, at least. Why, thank you, Phoebe. It's full of iced coffee today because my iced coffee, like, glass thing that I usually drink out of is in the dishwasher. Frodo has been reunited with Bilbo. What a glorious moment. Disney for running around and doing everything but accomplished. Heck yeah. Got to Bilbo's song, which is incredible. Yes. Honestly, I was listening to the audiobook when I was doing the Lord of the Rings books. And I ended up just like listening to those bits. But usually if I, and like listening to them be like spoken out loud, like spoken poetry. But if I was reading that, I would most definitely just skim with my eyes and not actually read it because those songs are plentiful. They don't really mean anything either. I mean, a few of them do. A few of them are like, pertinent to the story and whatever, but not really. If they're pertinent, they get discussed. But they're fun. They're fun little songs. And good for Tolkien making up songs. That's going to be hard. Anyways, my friends, iced coffee is the best, truly. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on this lovely, lovely Saturday of ours. Again, happy Pride. Happy June 4th. Happy Pride. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekends. I am going to go clean up the bits and bobs of snacks I got around me, but thank you guys so much for writing with me today. This has been lovely. I hope to catch you next weekend as well. Same time, same place. If you want to keep abreast of my life and my writing challenge, follow me on TikTok and Instagram. That's where I'm keeping all the updates. And that's also where I will announce upcoming live streams. But anyways, my friends, thank you so much. This has been lovely. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. Bye.